What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Rooted in Reptiles. In today's video, we're going to be going over breeding. We're going to be showing you guys some breeding videos as well as breeding photos. Just want to give a quick special shout out to Austin and to Greg. They sent me a lot of photos. Greg sent me a couple videos. So we're going to compile it all, as well as my stuff. We're going to go through and show you what a receptive breeding and what a successful breeding look like. As well as what a non-receptive breeding is going to look like to you guys when you are trying to pair these animals.
Alright guys, so getting started here, this is my ultralight classic pair, or the pair that I have begun this ultralight classic project with. Just so you guys know which is which, the male is going to be the closest one to us, the female is the one in the back corner. This pair has been together in this video for roughly 30 seconds here. The male has been in and has been just kind of relaxing in the tub, getting used to the tub for about 15 minutes here. And then as soon as I put the female in, I begun recording, and this is the result here. Immediately you see he has a lot of interest in breeding her. This is their third time being paired together, so he's already figured out what he has to do, and it's just a matter of now getting it done. What you can see though is he's gonna have a hold of her right behind her front legs, grabbing her side and hanging on for dear life. As you can see here, her jumping and that kind of skitsy movements that she's making is to help stimulate him. The walking around in circles is to make sure that he is a suitable, strong male to be breeding with her. She wants her offspring to be the best that they can possibly be. She wants to make sure that they survive and will be as strong as possible. So they're just going to keep kind of dancing around here for a little bit. He is going to just continue to try and get to her other side while hanging on there, because that's where he needs to be able to get locked up with her. As they keep going here, you can see that he will bite and then release, trying to position himself, get comfortable, and you can continue to see here he is trying to work himself up over her. Also, you'll be able to see that they will be taking some breaks. This is taking a lot of energy for both of them, as he is trying to hang on and kind of control her, and she is much larger than he is, and she is just trying to give him a workout to make sure that, again, he is a good, strong male to be breeding with her. This is one of those breaks here. You can see that his front leg is kind of rubbing or scratching her back a little bit, trying to keep her going and trying to get her to allow him to lock up with him. Again, you can see her jumping and continuing now to spin, just continuing to try and work him. And he is now clearly tired. He's hanging on. He's not trying to work up over her back. He's trying to build up a little bit of energy and trying to tire her out. One of the things that I wanted to note here with this video is this is a full-length breeding from start to finish. So it's going to be roughly about 8 minutes of them. I just wanted to show you guys everything from start to finish so you can see him make his approach, his initial grab, and how she reacts versus starting a video after they're already together and he already has a hold of her. I think that it's key that you're able to determine what's more of a breeding approach versus an approach where he might have an interest, or your animal might have an interest in attacking and fighting. Again, you can see he's just trying to get up. He knows exactly where he needs to be. You'll see in some of these videos here, the male will grab the head, he'll grab the tails. You'll see that in different photos as well. And you can see here he's now on the right side of her body, and he's gonna try and use his back legs to almost tickle her tail up so he can get his under her to be able to successfully lock. Again, we're roughly 5.5 minutes in now. They're both getting tired. Typically this is going to be a pretty good amount of time that it's going to take them to breed after he has initially grabbed her. I know that it can take even up to 20 minutes. Now this is their third time together, so the male pretty well has it figured out, and she is extremely receptive to his breeding. Whereas in the next video, it's very short. Immediately you'll be able to see the difference in her attitude and willingness to allow him to breed her. So you can start to see her tail coming up as he's rubbing her with his back leg and with his front leg. Again, on her other side, he's rubbing, her tail comes up, his goes under, and they're now successfully locked. Now he's gonna hang on, she's just gonna hang out there, and he is inseminating her with his hemipene currently. They'll hang out in this locked position then for roughly 10 to 15 seconds. You'll be able to hear a slight popping noise. It's a little bit disgusting, but that is him actually inseminating her. So don't be alarmed if you hear that sound. It's definitely a good sound, and it's a sound that you're going to want to hear. In one of the photos that Greg has sent me, you'll be able to see a missed lock. So the male's hemipene is not inserted, it's actually alongside the tail, where he thinks that he is breeding, but he isn't. So then coming here to the end, after he's done, he's going to let her go right there. She's going to kind of turn. He's just hanging out now. His hemipene is still out. It'll take roughly a minute for that to lose the swelling and return back in to his body. They're both going to go their separate ways. These animals will not breed 2 times in a row immediately, so even if it looks like he might have interest in breeding again, he's not going to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's a successful lock for everyone. Alright guys, so this is going to be the non-receptive pairing. The female has been bred 3 times now, 3 successful locks with her, and immediately you can see as soon as he grabs her, she is just not in for it. She's frantic, she's trying to get away from him. He's going to go back, continue to try and grab her, and she's just going to try and run. Again, if you see this, separate them, they're done, her window's closed, and you risk injury at this point.
So now that you guys have seen some of my breeding videos, we're going to go through and show you some photos from Austin's breedings, which will show you guys some of the successful locks that he has had, and we'll just kind of give you an idea of what he's going to be producing, which is going to be great. So moving on from Austin, we're going to be going over now and showing you some videos and photos from Greg. These are some animals that he's been breeding very successfully this year. So I'm super glad that he's been able to send us over these videos and as well as these photos so we can bring them to you guys.
Alright guys, so this is one of Greg's pairs here. He captured this pair breeding. They're not actually going to lock up in this video, but one thing that I wanted everyone to note in this segment is the size of the male versus the size of the female, where the male is slightly larger or of the same size as the female. So what you're able to see here is he's able to manipulate her way more than my male is, where the female has a lot more size on him in my pair. There's a little bit of that head grabbing right there that I had noted before. Something you just kind of want to watch out for and be mindful of. Again, keep a close eye on these animals as they're breeding. You always want to be ready to separate them at a moment's notice. You don't want any injuries to occur, and missing a lock is definitely worth saving your animals from injury. They can always be bred tomorrow or even later that day. But again, you're able to see here that he is able to manipulate her and move her around far easier than my male ever could at the size he is compared to the female. And this is our final video for this episode. Again, this is one of Greg's pairs here. You're able to see this is just going to be the lockup where the male has just locked with the female, and you'll be able to see here as Greg moves his camera down, the male's hemipene actually inserted into the female. Also, if you guys listen closely and have your volume up, you'll be able to hear that popping sound that I had talked about that you weren't able to hear in my video.
So I hope you guys liked today's episode. It was really special to us. This is our first season here at Rhode and Reptiles breeding, and it's been a huge milestone for us. So we've been super pumped up about this. Hopefully we're going to be able to produce some amazing skinks this year, as well as our friends like Greg and Austin and Ray. All these guys are just going to be producing some awesome animals. So this time of the year is probably one of the most exciting for us, right up there, only to be beat out by actually getting litters on the ground. So we're definitely going to be bringing you videos of that, so stick with us. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down in the comments section below. If you guys have any video ideas, we'd love to hear them. Any concerns, anything you guys got, please let us know. You can follow us on Instagram, like our page on Facebook. We will leave a link to Greg's page on Facebook in the description. And we just hope that you guys stick with us. You can always get in contact with us via email at rootedinreptiles@gmail.com. And always, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, guys.